Okay, we're live. Are we live? Does anybody know if we're live?
I don't think anybody knows.
It says there's 2 people in there, but those 2 people are us.
That's the thing. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Things are changing. Hey.
You can hear us.
Okay, cool.
That's all we needed.
I think it's now working.
As usual.
Wait, you got it to work with the things on the screen?
What do you mean?
The T-Public thing.
Yeah, I fixed that after it didn't work.
I remember that it didn't work at one point.
All right. We are streaming.
Oh yeah, we
neat.
are actively live. Hello. Nobody, I guess.
Hello, nobody. Hello ourselves.
Repost the link.
How you doing out there on the webs? I will post the link again. Unfortunately,
I am still dying.
I am like reoccurringly dying.
Are you recording?
Nope.
Do you need to be?
Yes.
Would have been awkward.
Do that same thing I did last time. Come on.
Okay, so I mean,
Oh shit.
nothing. I don't know.
Please hold.
Uh-oh. Now what?
What did I just do? Okay, we're recording.
Okay.
And playing music.
Music is happening as well.
I'm so sorry.
What?
What?
What in the world did you just do?
What is going on?
Did you open the Tick Bowling episode? Is that what's happening?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Because I wanted just to delete it and record a new.
And now it's recording. And we are actively picking up audio. That sounds really weird.
Does it sound weird?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it.
Fuck.
I don't think it sounds that weird.
It sounds like there's 2 of me.
You're right, it does sound like there's
It's like a
2.
trash can.
How about now? Still 2 of you?
I think so, yeah. Maybe I'm just loud. I can't really tell.
Jacob
I
is a
kind of
bit
sound like
echoey.
garbage.
Turn your mic off and then back on.
Yes, of course.
I plugged it in more.
Yes. I don't know. I feel like I sound weird.
Chamomile Cat says, yeah, Jacob is a bit echoey, so.
Okay, cool. As long as it's not just me.
And Nathaniel's in here. Hello, Nathaniel.
Hey.
We got the thing to work.
I mean, sort of.
Slightly. I don't know, man. The internet, the thing. Hello, Coster.
Hey, actively fixing audio issues.
Fucking always in here. I
don't know.
I don't know. I don't either.
Shrug. Hopefully it's not too bad. I don't know. We can just send it.
See, this mic 3 over here is picking up shit.
Yeah.
How about you not,
it's
Mike?
picking up 2 mics. I told you, it's 2 of me. See, there you go. That's so much better.
That's such horseshit
That's so
because
much better.
neither of them fucking worked last time.
Yeah, I know. And then all of them are working this time. The traditional.
Herpaderpader.
Yeah. Sounds a bit echoey. Yeah. I think we just got it fixed. Hopefully, chat can confirm. From my end, it sounds a lot better. That's better. Cool. All right. Awesome. It did work. Exciting.
Welcome to Counting Cryptids.
Okay, yeah, we're starting.
We're gonna
Hello,
fucking
hi,
just
whoa,
get right
okay,
into
yep,
it.
Hello, headphones on.
Headphones on. Voices activated.
Voice is activated. Okay.
My voice has been activated.
I'm still dying, but I think I'm all right. As long as I don't laugh too hard, I won't cough everywhere and blow out all the.
Please do.
But I am ready to dive in if you are, Connor.
I'm pulling up my notes now.
Oh, that's right. You had to reset the
Yes,
ye
yes.
old PC, huh?
And to be honest with you, that probably didn't do anything. Like, same fucking shit.
I mean, it's working now, so.
Can you all pause for like 10 minutes, bro? We did pause for 10 minutes.
We did pause for like 22 minutes of audio issues already.
Just put us on in the shower, Nathaniel. Clearly, that is the move. All right, come on. All right.
Okay.
This week, on episode 5 of season 3.
Episode 4?
Sorry, yes, I had 5 in there because we had discussed doing a different one before.
Oh, we had discussed doing a different one
then
before. That didn't happen.
But today we're gonna do the Popobawa.
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 Sounds like a noise.
Papa bow 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 bow.
Buddy. Okay, buddy.
That's all I got.
All right, so I guess that Popobawa directly translates to batwing in Swahili.
Yes, popo meaning bat specifically.
And
bawa.
Interesting. So the first sighting took place in 1965 on the island of Pemba, shortly after the island's political revolution. The spirit was attributed to a murdered Arab during this political revolution. Others believe that the vengeful spirit is that of the assassinated president. I don't know how to say his name. Karu.
Was he rapey kind of president or what?
I do not have that information, but I do have some other. I mean, maybe we should get a trigger warning out here,
Yeah,
real quick on. Hey,
we honestly should before every episode, just so people know that there's going to be a lot of cussing.
Blanket statement.
But on top of cussing today, we're going to be talking about other.
A small bit of sexual assault will come up, so that will be.
It's
part of
mostly
today's
sexual
discussion.
assault.
I don't think I have that much in there, but yeah. So again, Tanzania, on the island of Pemba, is where this originated, and then some of the surrounding islands.
I had more specifically Zanzibar.
Well, that's all right. I did a lot of looking into the geography of this because I was very confused.
I was rather confused.
Man, I also did like Google Street View of the town.
How is it?
Not great.
No, yeah.
And by that I mean bad.
Like
bad.
Wicker huts.
No, I mean it's.
Is it like a city?
Yeah, but
is Zanzibar town like a city, but not a good city, like Detroit.
No, it's not like a city, like a city. It's not like a city like that. It's like there's houses, but like the doors of the houses are like it's all made of like concrete, and the doors are like from an old shipping crate.
They're just shit laying around.
There's just like a pile of trash. Things like there was one really nice house that I couldn't get close to.
That is the president's house.
Yep, that was my thought. One person lives in wealth there, but
nobody else.
It would appear that it is not. I don't want to like shit talk it too much, but like it's definitely
second world country.
Yeah, I don't. It's definitely not first. Probably not running water in most instances.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You think nowadays, though? I guess this was like 95, primarily when a lot of these sightings
95
took place.
Is probably like the big one we're going to talk about. So again, as we mentioned, the name translates literally to batwing. The origins of the name are thought to have come from the descriptions of the creature's shadow, not the actual shape of the creature itself.
Allegedly, yeah. That was a weird one because most of the sites just like were like, yeah, that's what this thing looks like. But
I do have so it is a shapeshifter first and foremost.
allegedly,
So yeah, allegedly a shapeshifter, I guess. It does take many forms, both human and animal. From my understanding of it, it seemed like it kind of changed very quickly. If it was changing what it looked like, yeah, you'll get like a Mystique from the X-Men, or like maybe like Ditto. from
Ditto.
Pokemon. I don't know
Could
how
you
quick he
imagine?
changes though.
Just imagine. Think of Ditto as we're going through these stories, and that'll be less horrible.
No, that might ruin Ditto for you. Maybe don't.
I mean, Ditto is already ruined. I was never a Ditto
I don't really
fan.
want to cancel Ditto.
No, Ditto is a
Anyway,
decent
so the
Pokemon.
brief description I saw in a couple places described it as having a dwarf's body with a single eye like a cyclops, small pointed ears, bat-like wings, and talons. Sounds a lot like a demon.
right in the middle of
Oh,
the screen.
the thing right there on the screen. Yes.
This guy.
Conveniently enough, that is roughly what it looks like. Again, just kind of like a demon, right?
What the fuck?
But if it is a shapeshifter, how do you know that this is its like natural form, and that its natural form just isn't the shadow of a batwing?
I've always thought about that. Like, if it's a
Hey, see you soon.
shapeshifter, how do you know? I think the first time I thought of that question to myself was Futurama. The shape-shifting guy is like dating 5 different people on an island. Yeah.
Yes.
We've all seen that episode.
Wish I could think of the name of that off the top of my head, but I can't. So sometimes also described as just a giant man with broad shoulders, literally like a giant, like a literal giant.
Oh.
Like, go check out the Giants episode. Generally only like attack at night, but not exclusively. Sometimes they can be around during the day too. So that's good. Generally accompanied, or not generally, but sometimes accompanied with the smell of sulfur, which again, some demonic connotations to that as well. I saw a puff of smoke sometimes is also seen.
I saw a lot, especially in this one specific thing we'll get into. They have medallions. Specifically, the medallions smelled like shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I did not have that.
So to like find who, like, you know, obviously can shapeshift to find who it is, like they've got this medallion and they smell like ass.
Okay.
Not always a good idea to just bludgeon somebody with a medallion.
Correct. I think we'll get into that a bit in a moment here. So the Popobawa attack men, women, and children indiscriminately. They do sometimes stick around to attack an entire household before passing to the next one. Sometimes they are they are seen by everyone except the victim.
Really?
I saw that in at least one place. The attacks range from simple physical assault to poltergeist-esque phenomena, and horrifyingly enough, sexual assault, specifically sodomy. So victims are encouraged to come forth about the attacks. If they do not, they are revisited by the Popobawa. Each time they are revisited, the attacks are subsequently more violent. So basically, you're supposed to tell when this happens to you.
Yeah, let everybody know that you were anally raped by a demon.
Trying really hard not to laugh at that. Definitely not funny. During Popobawa panics, which is hard to say, many people try to guard against attacks by spending the night awake outside of their houses, often huddled around an open fire with other family members and neighbors. Like, the whole community just, like, doesn't sleep. They just sit out at a campfire.
Awake.
Yeah.
And I saw that sometimes didn't even work.
Yeah.
You just sleep with your eyes open or what? Like,
I have no idea.
I don't understand.
Again, panics most often occurred in Zanzibar and throughout the island of Pemba and the north and west of Ugunja Island, including Zanzibar City. Episodes have also been reported in Dar es Salaam and other towns in the mainland coast of Tanzania.
Yes.
I also want to
Primarily
read
in
that
area.
Tanzania.
Tanzania?
Yeah. I've never seen it written down, I don't think, until doing this research. So some of this is quite similar to the jinn. I already mentioned demons several times, but Jinn also have this shape-shifting ability, and it was noted that they are able to change into shadows specifically.
Ooh.
About the Jinn. So
that would be a superpower I'd like to have.
Being able to turn into a shadow?
Yeah, that'd be pretty badass.
It does seem OP.
I'm not sure what you would do with that, but like...
Also, this is basically just an incubus, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of similar things to this.
Also, kind of some similars. I guess I'll fucking talk about it now, too. The Hag. Also, go listen to that episode. Like
the Boo Hag.
Some of this shit we've already talked about. We did an episode on the Jinn. I don't know.
A little fun information here.
It is some similarities.
The plural of the name was Popobawa.
Mm-hmm.
Or also Popobawas.
Yeah.
More in like the English speaking countries.
There's a Asian dish I get called mapa tofu. That's all I can
More tofu.
What? It just means tofus. It just means plural of tofu.
Tofus.
Okay. Do we want to get into some stories? Some of that stuff?
I feel like I have to get into this collection of stories.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do we start getting into that now?
Yeah, we'll bring up...
Well, real quick, I guess, before we start talking about this.
Yes.
In the off chance that you're worried about a Popobawa attack. Popobawa, if I could say it correctly.
Popobawa.
I'm definitely not going to say Popobawa correctly every time. It just sounds like I'm making noises. But holding or reciting the Quran is supposed to ward off the Popobawa.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Is kind of similar to like reciting verses from the Bible with demons once again, or drawing
I
that
feel like
comparison back to Jinn.
I'm not super familiar with most religions, but I feel like there's like
A lot of
something like that
crossover in some of those.
It's weird. It's like they're all the same stories.
Supposedly denying its existence enrages the creature as well. So don't
do that.
Don't do that if you're trying to
clearly a thing, guys.
Yeah.
Don't.
So the off the fence at the end of the episode.
Definitely, I'm gonna get off the fence right now. 100% real. I will not be anally raped tonight. All right, so this very long paper document. What was the word exactly? It's a report. This PDF.
A what?
A PDF.
A PDF? You're talking about killing Popobawa, collective panic and violence in Zanzibar?
Yes, by Martin Walsh of the University of Cambridge.
Mm-hmm.
At the 57th annual meeting of the African Studies Association in, for some reason, Indianapolis, Indiana. 2014.
So it's a research paper? A conference paper is what it says.
Conference paper, yes. But, yeah, research paper.
I will download the citation.
Will we?
Yes, I'm going to download
the
citation.
Job,
I need to put that in the description. You're going to read from his fucking paper.
I am not.
Sir.
I am summarizing.
Okay, good. Well, even still, I will link to it in the description because,
yes,
read this man's research
Internet.
paper.
You brought up the Zanzibar Revolution in 1972.
Briefly, yeah.
Briefly. I don't have a whole lot on it, but that creature was more rapey.
Okay.
Than this 1995 era creature.
The sightings that occurred in later years?
Most of the time it would just like sit on somebody's chest until they lost consciousness.
I forgot to already talk about the sleep paralysis kind of thing. That is something that is very prevalent in this story as well.
Yeah, like sleep paralysis. Many reported not being able to move or speak while being assaulted, like sleep paralysis. The victims were very terrified, and it terrified other people who had not experienced it, apparently. So it led to a lot of craziness.
Panic
at the disco. At the Popobawa. It accelerated very quickly because of the people's beliefs that like you said, victims were going to be revisited if they didn't tell people about it. But some of the communities, the few communities that actually like weren't affected by this mass hysteria per se, ascribe their immunity to the strength of their spiritual guardians. It's important to have spiritual guardians. The panic resulted in at least 6 cases of men that were reported to be Popobawa, and some of those people did not make it.
Correct.
It's unfortunate. So the first incident I'm going to talk about here is in April of 1995.
I think most, if not all of them, were
April, May, I think.
They were all real close. It was like a month, I think, that it was happening.
Just mass hysteria. People freaking out about this shit. Like,
it was,
as we'll find out, people are just
let's
mobbing.
Get into it. Go.
So the Popobawa decided to do his evil here in Wheat Place.
Wetty.
There's so many different names I'm gonna butcher.
Whatever, doesn't matter.
Near the harbor.
Pronounce it no matter what.
Apparently, he made a lot of noise and left his stinky poo behind, poo stench. And then went to another house and fell into a the people inside the house were possessed, and then came outside and chased them away. I'm paraphrasing this really long article that I put in here because copyright. I could read it all. Not that long. Right off there. One day, Popobawa decided to do his evil here in a part of the town called Mitiulaya. Near the harbor, he went into the first house, and the people inside made a lot of noise. When he left, he also left his terrible stench behind. He then went to another house, whereupon one of the inhabitants fell into a possession trance. When she was possessed, she came outside chasing Popobawa away, making a great racket as she did so. The neighbors also came out of their houses, and some of them became possessed too, and joined them in pursuing the Popobawa. And so there began a great chase from one alleyway to another with a lot of shouting. There he is, seize him, seize him. The chase continued, and they ran down to Mitiulaya School, then back to that's how that's written. Then back up to the houses below the banana palms, and finally they ended up on the road which goes to the harbor. Near this road, in the 6th sawmill building, this was a company used to sell lumber. Fuck, I couldn't have figured that out. And they saw a man standing beside it. So they started running after him and shouting at him. He replied, obviously, I'm not him. Please, stop. You're being fucking crazy. He began to get beaten by this mob of people, as you do. Dragged towards the road, one person pulling him one way, the other, and then others another way. There was great turmoil, and he carried up in the air, and commotion continued until he was brought to the road. Once he was by the road, a lamp was brought so that he could be examined properly. I don't know what you need a lamp for.
Just night.
I guess. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then this person writing this just says, "The sad affair. He was seriously injured. His arm was broken. His face was badly swollen, while both of his legs were very badly grazed." He had to be taken to the hospital, and everyone in the area had to look after him until he was better. The unfortunate incident was all because of Popobawa. There you go.
Okay.
These stories are all pretty similar.
Somebody shows up, and they're like, hey, I don't know you. You're a demon?
Yeah, pretty much. You're not from around here.
Town's back the way you came.
We don't take kindly to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So the second incident took place in Laconia. No idea where that is. And this is sometime in March.
Okay.
So
Predating that other one by a month.
And this one had two like differing descriptions of different events and pretty inconclusive from what I remember. I didn't even write them down because I was already having a rough go at it.
Okay, that's fair.
The third took place in Mati Pepo, Zanzibar town, on April 3rd, 1995. Essentially a
Minty Hippo.
Minty Hippo, yes, in Zanzibar town.
Okay.
Essentially, a stranger was seen by a local with a charm around his neck, making the local accuse the stranger of being a Popobawa. The local man immediately started shouting for his neighbors to deal with this stranger and the alleged Popobawa. People, having heard this, emerged from their houses with machetes, knives, and clubs, and quickly turned into a mob. The man was beaten to death, and his body was cut into pieces. This was one of the most documented cases of the 6, but if you want to read through some more testimonies, if you will, they will be in the links.
Yikes.
So do that. The fourth one was 3 days later on April 6th in Mazizini. Sounds like some sort of. Is that some pasta? Sounds like some pasta. Mazzini in Zanzibar
Did I tell you
town.
the greatest name of pasta I've ever seen in my life?
No.
Acina de Pipi.
Acina de Pipi?
Yeah, Acina de Pipi.
Does it look like a peepee?
I don't think so, dog.
I don't even
what
know
it's called.
how to spell that. So in Mazina de Pipi, just kidding. Mazzini. Oh fuck, you fucked me up. Maziz something.
Chazuzu. Mazizini.
Mazzini. A woman recognized the real Popobawa, a man who was nude, turned into 2 bats. The 2 bats were then captured by the police and taken to the police station, where he turned back into a man.
I would love that to have been better documented.
Correct. Another source says that a Popobawa was a woman seen in a school, causing kids to evacuate. They were too afraid to return, and groups of people gathered around the school and the jail where the woman was said to have been moved to. Like the rest of these, they're very confusing.
Yeah, so what ended up coming of that one was then it just like it ended up that the woman who originally said that she had seen somebody who was the Popobawa was like, oh no, actually it was just her that was the Popobawa.
Oh shit!
Like, why would you raise the alarm for yourself? Like that seems super counterintuitive.
That's exactly what you do.
But she got caught, didn't she?
Allegedly. Probably just got arrested for causing a ruckus at a school in the middle of the day.
Should have called the local authorities and then realized that I don't speak the language and wouldn't have been able to ask them anything.
From the sounds of it, the local authorities don't do a ton.
The local authorities are
volunteers
maybe responsible for it.
So number 5 here, 5 out of 6.
Mm-hmm.
So this one was in the middle of April sometime. A taxi driver told about a Popobawa that had moved across town, or from town to the countryside about a week prior to him telling this story. It was backed up by people who boarded the bus, and in the area, there's not a lot of buses that go to these remote towns, so most of the people on the bus know each other. But one day, a stranger, boarded the bus and was very silent, and nobody recognized him. They started asking him like, "Who the fuck are you?" He just like didn't say anything. At one point, he replied, "Bado," meaning not yet. When the bus came to its last stop in Bumbwini, that's what it says. Bumbwini.
First, you're trying to get me to look up asswang, and now you're telling me about a bumweenie? No, dude.
I mean, it's fitting for today's topic, the bumweenie.
Okay, but
So some people, got off the bus, but others stayed aboard to find out where this man was going, and it seemed like the man was fairly lost, but he finally got off after the bus driver shut down the bus. And outside he was questioned, what are you doing here? Who are you staying with? That kind of shit. And then when he didn't answer or couldn't answer, he was taken to the leader of their administrative unit, the Shiha. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know who that is. He also couldn't answer any questions to the Shiha, and so the militia or something was called in to check his bags and stuff, and the man refused. People started freaking the fuck out because there was groups kind of just wanting to know what was going on. They started shouting, "This is Popobawa, this is Popo." They began to forcefully search the man's bag. A large amulet fell out, and it gave off an awful smell. I think he also had some leaves and some more herbal medicine type things in his bag. But when the people saw the amulet and shit, they began beating the man with anything they could, sticks, stones, and bare fists. Apparently, when the police showed up, they took the man to the hospital where he died from his injuries on the way. When no family members came forward to claim the body, it was determined that he was indeed a Popobawa.
Oof.
Yep, pretty shitty, and it gets shittier.
Okay.
We'll talk about a little bit more about that one and the other ones. But the sixth and final one.
Hey, on my birthday.
On your birthday, a man in Nungwi, where the only details come from a school teacher in the area. That was her statement was given almost more than a year later.
Okay.
It was said that a young man arrived on bicycle, and he was asked why he didn't take the fucking boat, because it was much easier to sail at that time of the year than to bike. And
don't have a boat? I don't know.
That costs money, bro? I don't know. When the locals searched him, they also found charms in his bag, a small bottle that smelled like shit. Like the others, this started causing people to just fucking beat him. He was beaten to the point of almost death, and then taken to a special anti-smuggling unit post. What happened to the man after that is pretty unknown, but it implies that the man died in the hospital.
Okay.
But immediately after this encounter, it was said that the Popobawa stopped bothering the people in the area.
They were experiencing these attacks during this whole time, this month that these people are getting beaten and killed in their towns.
Correct.
Those people are actively being assaulted in their sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they turned their focus to trying to defeat it and wrongly accusing a lot of these people, if not, all of these people. So kind of what this killing Popobawa collective, blah blah blah. Trying to figure out is what caused this mass hysteria, why people are going fucking crazy and just beating people in the streets. But to be honest, it doesn't sound like that's too much out of the norm. Police officials, government officials, pretty often
pretty corrupt
use
over there.
Violence.
I mean, and they're saying over here in chat telling us that they're trying to the cops are just hey, you want to bribe us, right? And you're oh, and then okay, well then we're just gonna beat you instead.
We'll just kick
okay,
your ass.
shit, fire. So it's not a great situation.
Doesn't sound like it. No, not something I'd like to endure.
It's tough. I don't know. Definitely not my next vacation spot. I can tell you that.
Negative. So just to recap a little bit,
mm-hmm.
and to add some more post examination, if you will.
Okay.
The Miti Ula, the first victim, was not killed. He was mistaken for a stranger, but I believe he was actually from the area.
Okay.
He was suffering from mental illness, but not carrying any charms or medicine. Just kind of out of the norm for some of these because, well, mental illness.
It wasn't everybody on that list suffering from mental illness in some capacity, or was there one that wasn't?
I think they were all suffering from mental illness, but some were. If they weren't, it was unknown.
Okay.
That makes sense.
The no's were maybes, or the yeses. Wait. I'm going to stop talking. Go ahead.
Yes. The Laconia man was not killed also, but he was a stranger to the area. He was seeking treatment for illness. I don't think it mentioned what kind of illness though.
Okay.
I got the idea that it was looking specifically at mental illness though, because of all the other ones that are in there. This guy was carrying some medicine and a charm. So that's a thing. The man attacked in Minty Hippo, was the first to be killed. He was a stranger to Minty Hippo. He did have a mental illness and was carrying medicine and charms. The fourth attack in the noodle place had little detail, but they believed that he survived the attack, and it is not known if he was a stranger, if he was suffering from mental illness, or had charms, or... I don't know what you're trying to show me, woman. Okay. Live on YouTube. Sorry.
Run away!
That's what you get. Are we on to number 5 or forgot?
Yeah.
So the fifth attack in Bumbwini resulted in death. The victim was a stranger and was carrying medicine and charms, but it was unknown whether or not he was suffering from any mental illness or illness of any kind. And the sixth and final attack also resulted in the death of a stranger who had charms and medicine on his bodies, but it is unknown if there's any illnesses involved. So pretty much people just start freaking out and attacking people with weird shit in their bag. And maybe acted a little strange.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Like just trying to find
I mean, they're actively being attacked, so if somebody shows up and they look a little suspicious or they're behaving weird or you're like, I don't fucking recognize that dude, what are you doing here? And he doesn't answer.
It's possible they haven't slept in days.
Also true.
So maybe sleep some.
It's an unfortunate situation all around.
Quite. But again, it's not a first world country.
That the story you had mentioned about the guy in the taxi or something, they were talking about something. I remember seeing that. I don't remember if it was this taxi driver specifically or another one that a taxi driver was talking to somebody about it, and they were like, yeah, some people think it's a joke, but other people take this really seriously. So some people aren't all. They're not all on the same page, but the people who are fucking adamant that it's. Of the jinn, who then took to demonic ways. Some claim that the attacks follow the region's election cycle. which I'm not going to get too much further into, but kind of seems like somebody like fear-mongering
Yeah.
a lot. And then you'd be like, well, what I can tell you is I'm going to protect you in the Popobawa for another 5 years. Sound is gone.
Yeah, Nathan, it was just that one. I'm just going to keep it on the windowed mode for now because...
How much did we talk about while
it was
the sound
like
was gone?
a few seconds. It wasn't that
Okay.
wasn't that long, I don't think.
So hopefully the whole origin story was in there. An angry sheik released a jinn to take vengeance on the neighbors. The sheik lost control of the jinn, who then turned to demonic ways. Then some claim that the attacks follow the region's election cycle, which we kind of talked about a little bit before, which is like it being really corrupt in the area, and then if all you got to do is just like somebody shouts that there's a thing, and then you just kind of stir the pot a little bit, and then it just kind of takes care of itself, and then that's it's some shit.
The government would
also
never
some
do anything
claims
like
that the attacks only took place on Ramadan.
I did have that in my
something
notes
about that somewhere too.
Ramadan starts on the 2nd, and these started shortly after. February, maybe? My notes are such
February
shit.
to March, yeah. But it's right around that time generally, but not always. So I don't think that one was quite as spot on. But it does. The election one is very interesting to me as well because there is So what, it was like 65, then there was like again in 1970, then periodically throughout the 80s allegedly, then the shit we just talked about that happened in 95, then again in 2000, and then again in 2007. So fucking weird. Okay. So there is this other unfortunate thing that I need to mention about the region. So homosexuality in Tanzania is a socially taboo topic. The same-sex sexual acts, even in private and consensual, are criminal offenses punishable with life imprisonment. The law also punishes heterosexuals who engage in oral sex and anal intercourse. So is this just like the sleep paralysis demon for people who have gay thoughts in a place like this?
You'd never
like
catch me gay thoughts.
And the proverbial no homo is to just like tell everybody that you were attacked by the demon of butt stuff? Or what is this?
That's not no homo. That's homo. I don't know. Yeah, that's odd.
So that's the kind of thing too, is it's like that whole thing is so frowned upon. It is actively illegal.
Right, you could go to jail for
it.
it.
You get punished for it.
Yeah.
So is it like, whatever you do, don't think about the elephant in the room kind of thing, or the pink elephant, whatever it is, and then you think about the pink elephant. I don't know.
Is that it? The pink elephant? The minty the minty hippo.
So we talked about mass hysteria a bit today. We've talked about it in the past. I have a couple of some other examples of it. This is a pretty extreme example of it. Again, it's a mass phenomena that transmits collective illusions of threats, whether real or imaginary, through a population of society as a result of rumors or fear. In medicine, the term is used to describe the spontaneous manifestation of the same or similar hysterical phenomena symptoms by more than one person. A common type of mass hysteria occurs when a group of people believe they are suffering from a similar disease or ailment.
And they're really weird ones too.
I have a few historical cases here, just for
laughing, dancing.
Yes. So according to an 1844 book citing an unnamed medical textbook, a nun in a French convent during an unspecified time in the Middle Ages inexplicably,
okay,
began to meow like a cat, shortly leading the other nuns in the convent also meowing.
Everybody's meowing.
All of the nuns would now meow together for a certain period every day, leaving the surrounding community astonished. This did not stop until the police threatened to whip the nuns. So then again, the dancing plague of 1518, the case of dancing mania that occurred in Strasbourg, then a part of the Holy Roman Empire. In July 1518, numerous people took to dancing for days without rest over a period of about 1 month. Some of them died of heart attack, stroke, or exhaustion. And then, of course, the Salem witch trials, which I didn't want to get too far down a rabbit hole in because I think everybody is pretty familiar with that, but I did want to kind of have like a weird loose sidetrack that will bring us back onto track at some point. So, have we talked about, I don't know if we talked about it on the show, but they think that the Salem witch trials thing was just like people tripping balls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have we talked about it?
I don't know if we talked about it on the show. So like I think they figured out that it was like an especially rainy season or the year before, whatever it was. So they believe that the rye was contaminated by
rye. I was thinking wheat, but yeah.
Well,
grain.
Ergot is the fungus that grows on rye and similar things. So wheat in some capacity, sure. Whatever they were using to make bread had fungus on it that is used to derive, like you get LSD from this. This is where you synthesize LSD from. And so let's see. The nootropic activities of the ergot alkaloids may also cause hallucinations and attendant irrational behavior, convulsions, and even death. So they think some people are suggesting now that they were just fucked up. And that's why they're like, no, that bitch turned me into a toad. Just because you ate some bread and you just tripped your balls off for a while. And people died over it. And so now you're asking, how was that slightly back on topic? Because cassava, Connor.
Before you get back on topic, I want to stay on off topic. This is probably wrong, but I saw it on the internet, so it's probably right.
Mm-hmm.
The reason people saw witches as riding brooms is because they get ergot on the end of the broomsticks and stick it up their ass.
All right, so
bet you didn't know that.
I did not. Okay, so again, because cassava.
Okay, cassava. Well, who's cassava?
So
what is cassava?
Cassava is the staple food on Pembe. Similar to a potato, the skin contains cyanide. This is known to locals and is typically removed by peeling, drying, or fermenting the root. But if it is done improperly or there is an unusual rainy season, the toxin level can be higher and cause temporary paralysis.
Oh, okay.
So if in 95, when all this shit's going on and everybody's dealing with their sleep paralysis demons, if the main food that you eat is slightly more toxic than usual and you don't know that and you just are actively poisoning yourself for a month and then that's why you're paralyzed and then experiencing sleep paralysis,
move.
like, yikes, dude. Cassava has many different names, and actually, I have had some.
You have had some cassava?
They call it like yucca fries, YUCCA, yucca.
I'm so hungry. That sounds awesome.
Dude, they were fucking bomb. I got them at my cafe.
I'm about to go get some fries.
Yeah, they're really good. I did quite enjoy it.
We need
did
a
not
fry
get paralyzed.
sponsor.
I would certainly.
Some Wendy's? Little Frosty and Fries
action? Okay, look. Wendy's social media is king. Let's be honest for a fucking second. Holy shit. Their Twitter is on fire. It's unbelievable, but
we are not following it. But we will be.
Should be. So, I don't. The only other thing here is this: is it just people being shitty and taking advantage of a situation? Probably, but is it the people that are in charge, or is it just locals or strangers, or what is it?
Combination of all.
Just everything combined into one.
Mass panic, mass hysteria is so fucking odd.
It's actually super crazy.
This one almost makes sense. Given the other goings-ons of the area, it kind of makes sense. But dancing and shit, laughing hysterically for days at a time, the whole school.
Dancing yourself to death and shit.
What are you doing?
Yeah, mass hysteria is fucking crazy.
Is that for people that are, when you're a hypnotist, people have to be willing to be hypnotized and susceptible to hypnotism. There's definitely people that are more susceptible than others.
Yes.
I'd like to believe that I would just not be able to get hypnotized because I'm.
Well, I think that's part of it because you have to be I am willing to do it, and if you're no, I'm not going to be the kind of person that's going to be hypnotized, then you're kind of resistant to that. I think
I will. I am.
I hope
I am resistant to being
hypnotized.
Works
in my mind, but I'm
do not hypnotize me.
All right, so next week, live on the air, we're hypnotizing Connor.
Oh shit! I mean, for the DLs, I will get hypnotized. But you have to learn how to be a hypnotist in about
No,
2
I don't
weeks.
think that's how that works. I think we have to bring in a hypnotist.
Okay. What is he gonna make me do? Find out in a couple of weeks on Counting Cryptids.
Definitely, we'll be polling the community to get some ideas.
Oh God, no, no.
I do also want to bring up. So there is an episode of The Secret Saturdays featuring the Popobawa.
I've never seen The Secret Saturdays.
Do you have any idea what it is?
No.
I didn't know about it until like 3 weeks ago, and then it got brought up in conversation, and
somehow tied to this.
I had never heard of it before. So it is an animated series on Cartoon Network.
Okay.
About a family of cryptid hunters whose last name is Saturday.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I had never heard of it until recently. The name of the episode is The King Kumari Kandam.
Condom?
With a K.
King Kamari Condom?
Kandam.
Okay. Okay, buddy.
I also got sidetracked today watching competitive tag. Have we talked about this before? It's fucking parkour, dude. It's actually so sick. It's amazing. Chat, humor me. Check it out at some point. Check out World Chase Tag. Let me know what you think.
World Tag.
It's actually fucking unbelievable. It's crazy.
I don't doubt that there are some skilled
It's like
tag
it's seriously.
players
It's
out
like
there.
they have like a fucking. It's almost like a playground setup, and then these guys just do parkour through like a metal fucking thing. It's just like one of them just has to touch the other one, and the other one just get away at all costs.
How many people is it?
It's teams of like 5, but it's 1v1s.
Oh.
So you go out against one other person, and you're the person like that. You're it, you know. So you're trying to tag. I think you just have to for a certain amount of time you have to like evade the other person. There's people like diving through metal beams and shit. It's fucking unreal. It's World Chase Tag. Fucking pull it up. I'm telling you. I was like, what do you mean fucking what do you mean competitive tag? This is bullshit. It's actually fucking unreal. We'll probably get pulled for throwing this, but
fuck them. I don't want to watch rules. I want to watch YouTube. I think as long as we don't have sound in it.
Hashtag not a sponsor. I don't know.
Get this ad out of here. Oh, is this Haroon versus Alex? Guy just smoked a doobie.
I was gonna say that dude smokes weed. All right, so this is competitive tag.
I'm not really sure who's chasing who.
The green guy is chasing the blue guy. Yes, he got him.
God, that guy sucks.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's actually pretty cool.
I'd like to really see some like wipeouts.
Well, it's because these guys are from the same like place. You know what I mean? They're not like. It's
I'm pretty
less
sure that
competitive.
guy got that.
He got
guy.
him. He did tag him.
How long do you have? I haven't been watching the clock.
I haven't either. I don't know. I don't remember. It fills up, so it must be like 15 seconds or something. I don't know. 20 seconds? Not a long time.
Did you get him?
Yeah. I don't know. These guys are all getting tagged pretty quick. When you see somebody like actually evading for the whole time, like it's actually fucking bananas. I don't remember how I got down this rabbit hole again today, but
we almost saw a wipeout there.
Yeah,
so
these
like
guys are all
score?
fucking buds or whatever too, but like I don't know, it's fucking crazy. It's actually like I kind of got lost watching it for a while. I was like, well, okay, what the fuck?
Where am I?
Yeah, exactly.
What's my
like,
name?
what am I doing? Oh yeah, random demon.
All right.
I've watched dumber things on TV. Let's be real.
Factual.
So, I think this is about everything that we have.
Yeah.
Unless you have anything else in your notes that you need to talk about.
No.
No? Okay.
I don't think so.
There is a hilarious YouTube comment from the last one that I think we need to read, Connor.
Do you have it up?
I don't have it up. I could.
I can pull it up.
Okay.
What was it on? Tick Blang?
I think it was on the last one, yeah.
This one here by Rasha Monet.
I am love. Beautiful pigs. Recommend to all experienced farmer.
It's so fucking accurate. It's hilarious.
What?
She says she loves our podcast. We are two beautiful pigs. and recommends to all experienced farmers because we live in Iowa.
Okay, buddy. I don't know. I was very amused by it because I don't understand like what, but okay. There was also a couple of. There's a song.
There's a song.
There's a song, called Popobawa by Baba Naga.
Popobawa, wow.
I'm not gonna play it. I think these ones are all big enough. I'll link to it in the description. Then there's another guy, where'd it go? Based out of Russia, Popobawa Sound, who makes like effects pedals and boards and shit.
Interesting.
That's
It's like a
a
pedal? Popobawa
yeah, but
pedal?
it's for like EDM stuff.
Yeah,
There's also like a video. Case file 404 Popobawa. There's nothing. It's a black screen and there's like a flashlight and then like maybe a bat flies by and there's a lot of heavy breathing. I'll link to this one in the description too. It's good. Search for Popobawa Sound. That black video on the right, 1 minute 17. This is the extent of the video, so. This is it, yep. Breathing. There's an arrow that gets drawn at some point that you're supposed to be looking at something, but like it's I don't.
Look right there by that chain link
I tried so many times, I got nothing, man.
It's
a bat, maybe. I really don't know.
It's this big on the screen.
Yeah, I got nothing. I've tried a number of times. I got nothing.
April 25th, 2009.
Yes.
It's in the right time frame.
Oh, I mean, I have no idea when the video was taken, even, or where it was allegedly taken. I don't know.
Johns dies at the end. Okay, buddy.
Dunno. Just I found that one. Last minute include. I don't know.
Yeah, content.
Yeah. I guess also we do have a new 5-star review.
Oh, I don't even know if I've read it yet. I think you told me about
it. I have it right here. As I push refresh. So this one is from Torbit Caitlin. Yes, 5 stars. I gave this podcast a try a while back because I've always loved anything related to cryptids, but honestly, you guys are so much more with it. Some might call it vulgar and immature, but as a grown 27-year-old adult, I say it's part of the charm. I find these guys absolutely hilarious while still being informative, and their taste in music is impeccable as well. Keep it up, guys. I am here for it. Hey, thank you so much. Very nice.
What's Jacob's band of the episode?
Polaris just dropped a new album like a week or two ago. It's Hot Fire.
August Burns Red just dropped a new single.
They did. They're gonna be here April 2nd.
I'm out of the scene.
Too Pure to Die.
Lazy piece of
for
shit.
Them.
I'm a lazy piece of shit.
Beefy's filling in for drums for Too Pure to Die, who's opening for August Burns on the 2nd.
That's a possibility.
He's trying to drag me out to that show too.
The beef.
Also, let's see. Code Orange has been putting out some new stuff. There's one that I like called Swallowing the Rabbit Hole. I really like that metaphor as well. It's sort of just like the play on words, I suppose, like hole with a W, not like the rabbit hole, but also
the rabbit. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I like the song. It's cool. They that band has a female guitarist.
Fire.
Don't see a lot of that in metal music, especially.
Very few
holy shit.
female vocals, and
I mean, I know a decent number of those, but there's even more of those than there is
to the amount of males. Yes.
I would agree, yeah, but I mean, I'm definitely there for it. It's cool. I think we're on to poll results and shit. Unless you want to get off the fence before we do that.
Oh yeah, what do you think about this one?
It seems like somebody's fear mongering.
It's clearly real.
Somebody who has the information of like, I can just pull bits and pieces from these other things that have existed for literally centuries before that are almost identical in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's too bad. Yeah.
So unfortunately, I think that
Jacob will be anally raped tonight.
Definitely won't be rape.
Okay, buddy.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I will be anally raped tonight.
All right, so if you would also like to be nope, never mind, not gonna say that. Let's go to poll results.
Alrighty.
Okay.
All right. So,
Last time,
yes,
we talked about,
Tikbalang.
and the time before that was Black Eyed Children.
Correct. And by the way, Black Eyed Children has been popping off.
That episode, the downloads on that has been, yeah, thank you everybody
Yes.
for listening to episodes.
Thank you. Twitter, 67% voted for the Black Eyed Children. Tikbalang, 33%.
Okay.
We did our first Discord poll
Mm-hmm.
in Discord / description. Go join there. We got our polls only just created for this one. It's the first one. And 75% voted for the Tikbalang and 25 voted for the Black Eyed Children.
Okay.
Unfortunately, on Instagram, the votes were lost somehow.
Well, shit.
I don't have a way of looking back to see what they were because
I am assuming that
internet.
Instagram would have agreed with us. Generally, they do, but
yeah,
that's not
Tikbalang
always
I
the
think
case.
was just crushing it on Instagram.
That sounds about right. Unfortunately,
and Instagram is always the
Instagram's
highest.
always where it pops off too. So that sucks that we didn't get that this time. But
yeah, real bad time.
Still appreciate everybody voting.
Thank you.
Why don't you go and do that again, because we're gonna post other polls. For last time again, Tikbalang and this Popobawa. What do you think?
I don't even remember what
Tikbalang was like the forest guardian kind of thing with the horse head and the swole body. The reverse centaur.
I really liked that guy.
You did or didn't?
I did.
I mean, I definitely don't like this guy.
No, he's rapey.
Yeah, that's why I don't like him.
I just imagine this rapey guy getting like lost in the forest. He doesn't have a shirt to turn inside out to throw him off.
That is the argument. Yeah, I'll give you that. That's yeah.
Yeah.
You have swayed me. I was kind of I was kind of not sure, but yeah, Tikbalang. I think he's just lost flying around in circles forever.
If you agree, go vote. If you don't, go
vote
for the other one.
Not if you're live, because not there yet, but it will be soon. I think everybody in here is in the Discord, so you'll see when that gets posted in the Discord thing as well.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to do a better job at posting polls on other social media platforms.
Okay.
I fucking suck at the internet.
I mean, if we're posting it like 10 places, we'll just combine everything and just have what overall this is the percentage.
But if you are watching like the playback of this, polls aren't gonna be posted until the episode drops in the RSS feed on Thursday.
This episode will be released on the 12th of March.
Yes. And then polls will probably be either that day or Friday.
Maybe we should have done a Leprechaun episode. St. Patrick's Day is like
we're bad.
We're 17th, right? We used to do that every single time. We tried to like, what is like the closest holiday? How do we plan this out?
Maybe we record next week. Leprechauns.
I'm not really looking at recording on a Tuesday.
We don't have to record on a Tuesday. Saturday before Tuesday.
We just needed to line up on the release day. That's
Jacob, you are a leprechaun, though.
Okay, buddy.
Where's my pot of gold?
I have not been caught.
Mystery
Sir, I have not been caught.
You are in my abode.
I'm going to flex and bust out of here.
Right now. Some weird blue shit in my cup. I'm not sure what it is.
Have you poisoned me? Is that what has happened?
No, it's in my cup. I think I gave you the wrong cup.
Repeat yourself.
Fuck!
Mystery solved. All right. I think that's all we got. Thank you, everybody in chat, for being here and coming back after our traditional audio issues. And
every fucking
Nathaniel
time.
for knowing about everything that we're going to talk about the second before we talk about it.
Yes. Nathaniel, as soon as you get a podcast going, let us know so we can plug you and ultimately kill this podcast and it's a result.
Don't apologize. You're fine.
Oh, we love you, man. All right.
Thanks again.
Do the polls. Join us on social media, except for Facebook. Discord's the place to be.
Discord's cool. Join the
we
Discord.
We might have some things coming up in the semi-near future.
Either that or we won't.
Or we won't. This is usually the case. Buy some merch. tpublic.com/
Link in the description.
Link in the description. Damn.
All right, later, guys. Thanks
Peace.
again.